All right, everyone, I'll try to keep this short because every minute I spend up here is a minute's delay in witnessing whether Matt's dance lessons worked out. For those who don't know me, my name is Colin Bauer, one of two best men here today since Matt, probably rightfully so, didn't trust just one of us to get the job done. Before I get started, I did want to thank Mike and Monica Rupert for throwing just an amazing wedding and reception for us today, so good round of applause. It's an honor being up here today for such an important milestone in Matt and Emma's life. It's also funny being up here today because as a kid, I wasn't a huge fan of Matt, literally. My only exposure to Matt growing up was repeatedly getting crushed by him in Green Hornets soccer, basketball, and lacrosse throughout my entire Pee Wee career. Fortunately, everything changed when Matt chose to attend the best high school in Severna Park, Severn School. We got some Admirals back there. This great decision also coincided with a really poor decision to skateboard while being towed behind a friend's bicycle. Needless to say, Matt shattered his leg just before high school began and was forced into a wheelchair for the first few months as a newcomer to Severn. I'm sure this was a difficult time for Matt, especially when you consider that one of his groomsmen, Brian Distad, thought Matt was a new special needs student when he first met him on day one. Personally, I chalked it up to all those years of beating me in Green Hornets, and with that behind us, it didn't take long before I'd realized I'd found a lifelong friend. Like most male friendships, ours grew throughout high school and college via sports teams, video games, and beer pong. We even got our first jobs together at the wonderful establishment called Mac Shack, Macaroni Grill. And though we went to college in different parts of the country, after graduating, we decided to embark on an epic 6-week excursion to Southeast Asia. While I've been sworn and will uphold my promise not to tell any of these stories on Matt's wedding day, we did survive and made it back to the US with most of our dignity intact, only suffered a few third-degree burns and a flesh-eating virus. And I'd like to think, looking back, that this trip ultimately inspired Matt to enter the medical field. A few years later, Matt and I took the next logical step in our budding relationship and moved in together in Baltimore. I have fond memories spending time there with Matt in various sports leagues, early morning gym sessions, and obviously the night the Ravens won the 2013 NFL Super Bowl. A night in which Matt was inexplicably absent from the city of Baltimore. But we're not here today because of those nights. We're here today because of a fateful snow day bar crawl in February 2013 that involved drink specials, $4 cheesesteaks, and quite a bit of flirting. And from the way Matt first spoke about Emma that day to the way he still speaks about her today, it's obvious to me that Matt and Emma have a special and rare connection that happens only once in a lifetime. Matt, you're my best friend, and I've never met someone as genuinely caring, honest, and trustworthy in my life. I know that Emma will continue to love you due to your loyalty, which you've definitely proven as a longtime Redskins fan, your unwavering generosity, and the fact that you are to her, like you are to so many of your friends, someone that she can count on for life. And that's pretty damn hard to find. Emma, you look absolutely stunning tonight. And you're perfect for Matt in every way. From your shared dedication to friends and family to the patriotism you've evidenced by several of your registry items, I can tell that your love for him is as genuine as his is for you. And this makes it easy for me to give you my best friend today. Matt and Emma, I hope you guys take a private moment tonight with just the two of you to cherish this moment and let it all sink in. But right now, take a second to look around the room. Everyone here is smiling from ear to ear because everyone here loves you two together. We're overjoyed for you because we know that as perfect for each other as you've proven to be to this point, we all know that the best parts of your love story are yet to come. So please raise your glass to the couple of the evening, Matt and Emma Siska. Cheers, guys.
It was awesome. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Chase Loetz, and I'm the other best man tonight. I was a little upset when I found out I was going second tonight, but Matt pulled me aside and said, we're going to save the best for last, so let's see how we do. Matt, where to begin, man? We go way back. I've been best friends with Matt for as long as I can remember. He's basically a fourth brother to me, and I do have 3 brothers, and I gladly give all of them up to call you my brother. But here we go. Matt and my relationship started back when we were little kids running around the soccer field together. My father was the coach, and I would give him the inside scoop about new kids joining the Green Hornets Soccer League. I had played with Matt a few times over in the Green Hornets Lacrosse League, so I thought that he was semi-athletic, but as my Lynchburg table in the back can clarify, not the case. But anyways, I convinced my dad to draft him anyways, and that's where the start of our relationship began, Matt. We spent practicing games, scoring goals, telling jokes, picking rocks out of the ground, all while dominating both Colin and Eric Blazak's teams. While sports were always a strong suit for us, academics were a bit of a different story. Fortunately, or not so fortunately, Matt and I were in nearly all the same classes in high school. One of those classes was Miss Sparrow's Algebra 2C class. Matt and I came to the conclusion it was called Algebra 2C because it required a C-level GPA in order to get into the class. Brian Distad, who's also here tonight and taking a little bit of flack, tried to join our class because he heard about how much fun we'd have in that class, but was deemed too smart to get in the class. So I'm not sure if that's great for Brian or just embarrassing for Matt and myself. So anyways, Matt and I would often help one another during tests and quizzes, all the while wondering where Miss Sparrow's eyebrows went. This practice of helping one another carried over to Mr. Lenham's chemistry class. Instead of studying the night before our stoichiometry exam, we stayed up all night defeating Mario Strikers on the hardest difficulty possible. And that's probably the reason why I still know what stoichiometry is to this day. But we managed to devise that morning a plan to come up with a way to pass the test with one another. It was a multiple choice test, and we said, you know what we'll do? We'll capitalize all the answers that we know, and then we'll lowercase the ones that we don't know. We failed. We failed completely. But no matter how upset we were about failing tests or any other catastrophic high school problems we had, one thing that was always there for us was fishing. It was out on the water where I taught Matt everything he knows about fishing and boats. We would spend hours talking about how much better the Ravens were than the Redskins, dealing with my girl problems, plotting ways to get rid of Eric Blazak, which we still have yet to figure out, and thinking about which colleges we would attend. To no one's surprise, we both decided to attend college together at Lynchburg College. We were presented with the opportunity to live with one another our junior year, so we jumped on it. Our time as roommates only brought us closer together, and I mean that quite literally. Our room was a shoebox. But I'll never forget all those hours we spent watching Big Cat Diaries together, learning about Halftail, the single leopard mother, and her cubs on the Sahara Desert. During our summers home from college, Matt and I worked as bartenders and deckhands on the Annapolis Harbor Queen. We spent most of our hot summers there lying to tourists about history of Annapolis and over-serving parents chaperoning field trips. Matt could often be found dancing on the deck during the pirate cruise, and to give everyone a reference, he looked a lot like Elaine from Seinfeld, which I'm sure those moves will be on display shortly. But fortunately, Matt and I have come a long way since our Harbor Queen days. We often joke about how we went from bartending to performing surgery. And that's not a joke, that is real. Matt is a PA at Bayview, and I am a medical device representative. We often find ourselves working in the same operating room at Bayview. But not long ago, Matt and I were in the same ACL reconstruction case together. The doctor turned to Matt and said, "Are you comfortable preparing the graft for the ACL?" Matt responded, "No, I've never done that before." So the doctor said, "Don't worry, the rep knows how to do it, he'll tell you." Matt promptly turned to me and said, "What do I do?" To which my response was, I don't know. I've never done this before either. Although it was eerily similar to the 2007 stoichiometry exam, we still managed to get through it. We got a good repair, didn't we, buddy?
We did.
Here we go. But Matt, I've loved every second growing up with you. You are truly one of the most loyal, hardworking, and friendly people that I have ever met. And I can't wait to see what else life has in store for us. But now let's move on to the most important part of the evening. Emma, you look absolutely beautiful. Emma and I met back in high school. We shared some mutual friends. We sat at the same table at the Severna Park prom. Yes, we did. From the second Matt told me about you, I knew that you must have been the real deal. I have never seen him this excited about anything before, let alone a girl. And I mean that, seriously. I've known him my whole life, never talked about girls, ever. But you two truly bring out the best in one another. Your unwavering commitment and love for each other has been evident from the start of your relationship and serves as an inspiration to us all. I couldn't have handpicked a more caring, genuinely, overall perfect wife for my best friend. I wish you both a lifetime of happiness together. I'm so honored to have been part of your special day today, and I love you both. So let's all raise a glass to both Emma and Matt Siska. Cheers, guys, cheers. Love you guys. Well done, well done. Mike?